All right, here we go. The lag is on. Jessy Engel, Earl Strickland. And Jessy wins the lag. All right, so again, this is Wayne Everhart from ThinkTechMD. This is TTMD Billiards Streaming. And we're a little behind schedule. As such, the match is going to be coming fast and furious. And so there's going to have to be some adjustments for the event, meaning we were only planning on bringing back, bringing back 16 players. I don't think that's going to be possible, so we're going to have to bring back more than that, but we'll see how it's going to go. But as a result, it's good for the viewers. Not much downtime. We're going to keep it rolling. All right, so Jessy Engel to break. Just notice when I'm on the break cam, the names are in different order. I'll have to fix that here in a second. Some minor technical difficulties. Just can't believe I didn't catch it until now. Sorry, we're having a bit of a rush over here in the area. So Earl is going to make quick work of this rack. He doesn't waste any time. You'll notice about Earl, he knows the way out immediately. There is no indecision. He's probably going to come forward just a little bit past the 7, a little bit set up for a little better angle for the 8. No, just stuns it. That works too. Just put it in the side there. I'm sure he wanted to pull it back a little bit further, give himself a little better angle, to cut the 8 without sending the cue ball down table that far. So this becomes a little bit more of a delicate shot. Oh, so he just kills it. What a beautiful shot. The inside English, just killing that ball off the rail. It's just a beautiful looking shot. Sets up for the 9 ball in the bottom left-hand corner. Earl's going to go ahead and reset. Fires that 10 ball in there. So Earl takes the early lead, 1-0. He's real sensitive about people in his line of sight when shooting.
Okay.
So be careful about that. He will fly off the handle.
Okay.
Just let you know.
Absolutely.
All right. You're welcome. All right. So Earl takes the early lead, 1-0. Good break there. Shot at the one there in the top right-hand corner pocket. Spins that 4 ball in, brings the brings the cue ball out, sets up for the 5. Came up a little shorter on the angle than he wanted. I wanted to be a little bit more full onto the 5 ball. So Earl with a safety. He may have called it in the corner pocket there, but I think more or less he just wanted to try to get that cue ball down on the bottom rail, if nothing else. Couldn't pocket the 6. Didn't quite get there. So Jessy to the table. Now this is the first time I've seen Jessy Engel play. I understand that Jessy met early on in his career. I think I found that on Facebook somewhere, and I had got the better of Earl at an event somewhere. I'll have to check that out. Just remember hearing that somewhere, reading it somewhere, but I remember that they crossed paths at some point when early on in Mr. Engel's career here. So Jessy with the cross-side bank. Nice effort. Just catches the point. Had a shot at the 7. So Earl to the table. Earl lining up that 6. So if he can sort of just stop this cue ball right here, he can get. He has an angle to cut that 7 in and bring it right around the table for the 8. Yeah, pretty. Ooh. So that was the idea. You wanted to stop it there. That would give you a nice angle to cut that 7 into that top side pocket, bring it around the table. But these diamond tables aren't very forgiving. You catch them points going in there, won't drop. So Jessy with an opportunity here. Spins that 6 ball in, sets up for the 7 to the side. That's not an ideal angle either. So he's a little straight for 1. If you try to hit this with inside English and bring it down table, I'm not sure that's going to work out too good. Well, you're probably going to be better off going left with it, spin it and running it around table. Let's see what he does. He's setting up to go inside English. No, he's back out to the left. Yeah, around the table with some left-hand English. Got to go back between the 9 and the 10. Got to be careful not to scratch here. Oh, that's unlucky. That was it was going to be a very difficult shot. If you had to go wide of the 9, you were going to come up really. You may not even got to the angle for the 8. You had to sort of come up between the 9 and the 10 to give yourself an angle into the 8 ball. And he was unfortunate just to sort of bump off of that 9 and scratch. So Earl Strickland, I fancy him on any 3-ball run out. Just overshot position a little bit. Cuts that 9 ball in there, kills the cue ball off the cushion with some inside English. Settled that 9 ball down beautifully. And takes the lead 2-0 over Jessy. Jessy Engel to break. So while I have you all, this is Wayne Everhart from ThinkTechMD. This is TTMD Billiards Streaming. TTMD Billiards Streaming is a service provided by ThinkTechMD. And I'm the owner, and we provide technology services. If you're a small business owner, we can manage your infrastructure, help you maintain and update all your systems. We can help you upgrade your systems and give you a pathway to maintain all of your systems and services. So basically a replacement for your IT department or an augmentation to your IT department. A lot of small businesses, it's IT by committee. We can help you with that and make sure that taken care of professionally. So Wayne Everhart from ThinkTechMD. All right, Jessy Engel to break. Down 2-0. Cue ball settled nicely. Maybe got a little close to the 1 ball, but you can definitely see the 1. He's right up on it. So the play here for Jessy might be to try to put that 1 ball on that short rail and send the cue ball down table and just hopefully can get behind the 10 or the 8 or even the 3. Actually, he might not be able to. Yeah, I mean, this is a tough little delicate shot here. I don't think you're going to go for any type of bank or anything. You're just going to try to play safety here. exactly what I said. Try to get that one ball down on the short rail. Get that cue ball down table. Try to hide behind one of those object balls down that way. May create a little bit of a, not an object ball. Get down behind some of those balls down there and create a blocker to the one. So I think Earl was just trying to tie that one ball up on the 8, forcing Jessy to try to have to do something with the 1. But it looks like it's opened up here. I think the 1 will pass by the 8. All right. So Jessy's going to go with the bank shot on the 3 ball. Calling that top left-hand corner pocket. Earl to the table. Problem here, the 6 ball sort of hanging out in front of the 4. Earl takes the 6 out of the way and comes down behind the 4. It's going to be a little tight. Safety play. Earl just hiding that cue ball up on the 5. Beautifully done. So going to pass it back here to Jessy. Going to have to try to make something happen. So nice effort there by Jessy trying to go 2 rails, hit that 4 ball. Going to give Earl ball in hand. Joy, you're very welcome. Thank you for joining us. Do me a favor, share our stream, subscribe. This is just the beginning, I promise. Pockets the 4 ball. Gotta just be cautious getting over to the 6. You don't want to let the 8 ball get in the way here. Nicely done there by Earl. Fires the 8 ball in the side pocket. Gives himself a nice little angle. Get out above the 10 ball. Well done there. No problem. Earl takes the lead 3-0. All right, so thank you for joining us. My name is Wayne Everhart from TTMD. This is TTMD Billiards Streaming. Earl leads the match 3-0 over Jessy Engel. And I think the balls are sticky. All right, so Earl to break, leading 3-0 for Jessy Engel. Timbo, Alex won. 9-7, I think it was. Jessy going with the jump here. Coming right at us. Nicely done by Jessy. Jessy going with the jump here. Instant replay here. Coming right at us. I'll fix those graphics here. After that, I hadn't used the replay yet today, so just a nice shot there by Jessy. As he sets up for that 7 ball in the side pocket. So a little bit of awkward queuing. It looks like Jesse's going to have to wait just a second. Shot going on right there. So Jessy looking to get on the board here. Ideally, just want to get over there by that maybe that first or second diamond on that top rail there, the long rail. Excuse me. Lost my words for a second. That's it. Good shot. Slow down. Whew. Up a little tighter on the 10 probably than he wanted. Gonna go all the way down with the 10 ball, I believe. That top right-hand corner pocket. And Jesse's on the board. 1-3 versus Earl Strickland. All right, if you're just joining us, my name is Wayne Everhart from TTMD. We're out here at On-Q Sports Bar and Grill in Front Royal, Virginia. This is the TTMD 10-Ball Open Championship. And it's been a pretty superb day. Had some good matches. Alex Paguline and Warren Kayamko was the last match. With Alex coming out on top. I believe it was 9-7. Might have been 9-8. It was 9-7 or 9-8. I know it was close. All right, Jessy Engel to break. Down 1-3. A race to 9. Yeah, roger that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, well, she likes her hair. Yeah, she likes her hair. Huh? That's what they.
So Jessy was playing that one ball in the side pocket. Caught it full, sent it down rail. Pocketed that one in the corner. So turned it over to Earl. Earl's looking at that 2 ball. Got the 7 ball right next to it. But it will pass and go in the side. Earl just seems to be overrolling his position just a little bit. It's going to be some awkward cueing here. Excuse me. Sorry about that background buzzing. It'll go away in just a second. So Jessy just sending that cue ball down rail, trying to get behind the 6 and the 9. Let's see if he got there. Yeah, he got there. Safety play there by Earl. So Jessy with the jump, going to play that 3 ball in the corner pocket. So good hit. Earl to the table, though. On the turnover here. Never easy to control the speed when the ball's sitting in the jaws like this. Everybody says, oh, you know, it's sitting in the hole. Well, yeah. You got to get down table. You got to control the ball. So just a little short. Earl was setting up to play that 4 ball in that top side pocket. Just came up a little short on the angle. Trying to find the speed. All right, so safety there play by Earl there. I'm not sure if he was playing the 4 on the side as a 2-way shot I didn't hear what the call was. But the net result is Jessy is hidden over here behind the 5 ball. So Jessy's going to jump over the 7 and try to bank at the 4. Trick is trying to settle on the cue ball as it's coming to the rail. You don't want to bounce it as it's hitting the rail here. So you got to control it. Nicely done. Good settle. Oh, good try. Nice effort. He caught that long rail first, just like he wanted to. That would have given him a pretty good shot at cutting that 4 ball in the side there and sending the cue ball across table for the 5. But didn't work out. Earl Strickland to the table. Ball in hand given. Fires that 6 ball. I think he was asking for that ball to settle down a little bit. Took off on him. Pockets that 7. Sends the cue ball across table. Sets up for the 9 with a nice angle to get down table for the 10. Takes the ball rail. Sends it down table towards center. Play's going to play the 10 ball in the bottom left-hand corner here. Nicely done. Fires it in there. Earl takes the lead 4 games to 1 over Jessy Engel. A race to 9. All right, folks, if you're just joining us, we're out here at the On Cue Sports Bar and Grill. We've been streaming for about 7.5 hours already. Right now we have Earl Strickland and Jessy Engel on a race to 9. Earl currently has the best of it, 4 games to 1. And I want to thank everybody for joining us today. If you have a moment, jump on over to our website. I'm going to go ahead and put a link up in the stream. We're asking for donations today to help support our player development program. All donations are used. We'll go into the kitty to help support our players and through our player development program. That means their entry fees, maybe some one-on-one training, etc. We do our best to try to grow the sport in a responsible manner. And what I mean by that is we're out here working to try to bring in dollars from outside the sport, reinvest in the sport, and grow the sport from the grassroots. And, so stick with us, follow us, and if you feel so inclined, make a small donation. Any donation over $20 or $20 or over, you'll be entered into a drawing for a chance to win an entry into the Bob Stocks Memorial 9-ball championship or the TTMD 10-ball championship next year. It's your choice. We'll supply you with a jersey, a TTMD billiard streaming tournament shirt. And so if you're interested, go ahead and make a small donation of $20 or more. But we'll take anything. But $20 or more gets you entered in. We'll start putting that list together, and I'll have it together tonight. Everyone can see it for tomorrow who's been entered. So get yourself on that list. Make yourself a donation. I'll go ahead and post the link. So Earl with the safety play rolls that cue ball up on the 6. Says, all right, Jessy, you have at it. I think Jesse's trying to go between the 9 and the 10 to bank at this 2 for at least a hit. I don't think he'd call the pocket. Nicely done. Well hit. Nicely done. Safety play. Trying to stick that 2 ball on the rail. Send the cue ball around the table and get behind the 10 or the 8. Jessy can probably see. Yeah, you can see the 2. But let's see what the strategy is going to be here. Does he just try to thin off of that 2 and send it over back down table? Let's see what he's got going on in his mind here. Yeah, he's just trying to thin off that 2, bring the cue ball down table and hide. He caught a little bit more thick than he wanted to. Earl with a safety play. Trying to get the 2 ball down table and 4 probably be the cue ball behind the 4 most likely, and where either the 4 or the 6 would have came into play. Didn't quite get there. So Jessy with the attempt to safety play didn't work out well for him at all there. So Earl at the table. 3 balls in a tough spot. You might be able to use the 2 ball to get that 3 off the rail if you have an angle. Just got to be careful not to scratch down there in that right-hand corner pocket. I think if you hit this ball thin enough to take that corner pocket out of play anyway, that you might be able to bump that 3 ball with the 2 book going by. Let's see what happens. Oh, no, Earl's going to go the other way. He's going to play the 2 in the... He's just playing safe. Nice shot. Nice shot. He didn't like trying to get on the 3 ball from there. He didn't like the angle. So went ahead and played safe. That's a good, smart shot. Very delicate little shot. Didn't have much space to work with. Could have easily scratched. Good hit by Jessy. Earl to the table. So Earl's had Jessy just jumping all over the place here this match. So we looks like we had a couple donations come in. Thank you very much for that. Do appreciate that very much. Again, that's just another entry fee for one of our players. Either, you know, we have a junior on our team, we have player representatives, we have a couple sponsored players, all in which we try to give a little love and make sure that they get entered into tournaments. And just a way of giving back to the sport and just being responsible and growing the sport in a healthy way. So Earl to the table. Looking at that 2 ball. Trying to avoid the 10. Don't want to put the scratch in play. Yeah, he's trying to avoid the scratch there, which probably caused that miss. Didn't want to carry him off that 10 by accident. So Jessy back to the table. He might be getting his jump cue again. The guy has been jumping every other shot. So Jessy could see the 2 ball, a little bit of spin coming off the rail. Pocket that 2 ball. Sets up for the 3. There's a little angle there. Not much. Probably wants to track the cue ball down between the 5 and the 6. To set up for the 4. Possibly in the bottom side. So he's going to probably go 2 rails with this cue ball. Try to go 1 rail, and that's trouble. Jesse's going to go ahead and call that 4 ball in the side pocket. He's kicking at it. Going down table towards that center, just probably inside of that center diamond there. Ooh, real nice effort there by Jessy. Got a good roll out of it, so rewarded for the shot. So Earl's probably calling the same shot, 4 on the side. Yeah, same shot. Jump cues are allowed. Yes, they are. Sometimes a player will use the break cue to jump if it's a little longer, or these are 9-foot tables that they're jumping on. So if the cue ball is out a little further away from the rail, now I don't recall exactly shot there, but sometimes they'll use that jump cue to give them a little extra length to reach for the ball, where the jump cue isn't really ideal. Thank you for the questions, folks. Just keep them coming. We don't mind answering them. I'll give you my best. So enjoy the stream. I'm glad everybody's popping in, and I know it's a long day, and it's hard to keep everybody all day. So feel free, share it, pop in and out. I saw someone say 66, no way, back in regards to the traffic and coming down here. I don't know what it's like on the weekends with 66. I know that yesterday was pretty tough. But if you are nearby, I tell you, you got all these pros here. It's an experience. Come on by, get yourself an autograph, get a chance to meet a pro, ask a couple questions. Most of the pros here are very friendly and don't mind answering the questions. Earl was out here signing autographs for an hour yesterday or so while he was here, signing balls. So thank you to Earl for that. So Jessy hit this ball pretty good. Nicely done. I thought it was going to do him bad and slide on the other side of that 10 ball. But well done. Sets up for the 9 in that top left-hand corner pocket. Yeah, Brian is here. Are you asking, do I know what his score was? The brackets are posted at the top of the screen. As the scores come in, we do update that. So if you check the bracket, you should see what he's done so far. I haven't had a chance to follow each and every competitor today. I've been pretty full on just trying to keep up with the streaming table. And as far as when I'm out here at an event, covering the stream. It's just a one-man band as far as the tech you see going on here and the commentary and such and the links and all that stuff is done by me. So the other stuff that requires getting around and all that, it's just don't have the support for that. But we do the best we can, and I'll tell you, we will be. I was talking earlier. We're working with some partners, and we had some people asking us about another product that's out there, and I won't name it, but it allows you to keep scoring at the tables, and etc. And we're going to do something similar to that. And we have a partner, and but we're going to also leverage some cameras on each and every table, figure out how we can bring that to our productions. So we won't be charging subscriptions or anything like that. I refuse to do that. I don't believe in fleecing the pool players. I mean, I think pool players pay enough already. So I'm trying to keep things, if I can, free. Certainly, when I say free, there might be sometimes that we have something that's going on that we ask for a donation to give you some additional features, but it won't be a subscription. We won't do that. So lots of cool things on the horizon. So stick with TTMD Billiard Streaming. Stick with ThinkTech MD. Like I said, I am a technology consultant. I have lots of technology partners that we're going to be bringing to bear. I am a Microsoft partner as well. So we're looking at some projects and trying to bring Microsoft on board. And so once we start getting some of these bigger sponsors onboarded with us, or on board with us, you're going to see some changes probably pretty quickly. Because really, it's not about whether I can do it or not. It's about capacity and sometimes more about expense. So we need to have investors. So we're looking at all that stuff. All right, so Jessy Engel. I love that one ball. So Jesse's a little full into the 2 here. He's got to get back down table for the 3. He would have loved to be closer to the short rail, or even the long rail would have worked. It's closer to either one of those rails would have been helpful instead of where he's at here. It's a little harder shot for me. Well done. A little bit of draw helps that cue ball off of that long rail. Sends it down table. Plays that 3 ball with a little bit of high. Brings the cue ball off the short rail. Sets up for the 4. He's probably going to hit this ball with a little bit of draw. Try to keep the cue ball near that first diamond, but off the rail. Or maybe you might want to draw it back past that. Maybe past the side pocket, actually. Give him better angle going to the 7. So hit this probably a little bit more firm than I was thinking originally. Oh, maybe a little too firm. Definitely not where he wanted to be. He wanted to be able to play that 6 into the side pocket without running the risk of sending the cue ball down there behind the 10. So let's see what he does here. He might elect just to go a rail or 2 and bring the cue ball back out. Yeah, 1 rail. Yeah, just 1 rail brings it out. Jessy fires that 7 ball in there. Sets up for the 8. Thank you for the donations, folks. I've seen a couple coming in. Thank you. Appreciate that. Definitely helps us. And we have juniors on our team. We have a junior on our team that we take care of, that we send out to events. And we have, again, some amateur players from all over. We have Virginia, Maryland, Pennsylvania, all of which we try to give them exposure to the tournament aspect of the game. Trying to get away from league play. Not telling people to abandon league play, but what I'm trying to promote is the mindset, changing the mindset of folks that think pool is more of like a pub sport or some backroom gambling thing, because really, to come out here and grind in all these tournaments and to shoot at a top level, you have got to be in shape. You cannot be out of shape. You can't come here and drink all day and all that jazz and think that you're going to be competing at the top levels. Can't do that. So what I'm trying to do is promote the sport in a healthy way, allow players to get exposed to tournaments, and sort of nudge them away from thinking that that's the only that league play is the only option, and to be looking at some other options, which is the tournament play. And I don't mean to get rid of league play. It's not what I'm trying to say, but I'm just saying that, there's an alternative out there. And if you are looking to step up your game and to be serious about becoming an athlete in the game, tournaments are where it's at. It's not going to be in the leagues. Nice break by Earl. He settled that cue ball perfectly. So Earl's going to go ahead and play safe. So we hope you all are enjoying our stream today. We had some other things that we wanted to do in the stream as far as production and trying to get in between the matches, but we haven't had time. So tomorrow we'll try to catch up with all of the production things that we wanted to put in there. I have lots of shorts and stuff that we have worked on. We have flyers, etc. And it really hasn't lent itself today to try to get that stuff in because the matches have gotten behind. And I will say that, it's part of a learning process. This is my first big event. So we'll figure it all out. We'll get better in each and every time. So Jessy, line up that 1 ball. See what he wants to do here. I don't know if he wants to try to spin this ball in or not. Just playing safe, trying to bring the cue ball down table. Puts the 1 ball behind that 8. Nice little shot there. So nice hit there by Earl. So Jessy, let's see what he has in mind here. Do you try to send the one ball down table and get behind the 5 and the 4 and the 7? Or do you try to thin off of the one ball and send it down that way? Maybe with a little draw and try to draw it over towards that direction and put the one ball over by the 6. That might be the spot. I don't think you try to bank the one ball cross side here. I don't see any benefit there. It's the right idea. That's the right idea. Nicely done. Earl wastes no time. Going for the hit. Jessy back to the table. All right, so we have more donations coming in. Thank you all for that. We do appreciate the donations. Every donation that we get, we'll go ahead and put you on the list.
James Aronis, Brian
Say thank you to all. Any donations over $20 will get you added to our drawing. Or excuse me, $20 or more will get you added to our drawing to get a free entry into the Bob Stocks Memorial. It's coming up April 15th to 17th, 2022. That'll be 1 week before the expo. And then, so that would set you up for a pretty good run if you wanted to go shoot the Bob Stocks, the expo, and the Barry Berman, if you're one of those folks. But anyway, we're giving away one free entry to the Bob Stocks or the TTMD 10-Ball Open next year. Your choice, with a free shirt. It'd be a tournament shirt with our logo on the back, embroidered. It's a beautiful shirt. Logo on the chest. So if you're interested, please go ahead and make a donation. And we'll thank you very much. I do appreciate it. We see them coming in. Victor, I cannot see Brian at the moment from where I'm at. Not that the pool room is big, but I'm kind of behind some equipment here. So if you give me a minute, I can see what I can do for you. Are you trying to find out what the score is, or are you just trying to see if he's concluded or started his match? What are you trying to find out there, Brian? Victor? No worries, because when you do a donation, I get your email address, so you don't have to worry about being live on the stream for the drawing. We'll get in touch with you. Again, we get your email address when you submit the form, and we'll make sure that you get contacted. You won't miss your opportunity. Oh, Victor, I don't know the stream schedule after this match yet. I got to look at it. To be quite honest with you, the matches have gone a little longer than we were anticipating. So we've been filling in tables as quickly as we can. And so let me see what I can do when I get a bit of a respite, and I'll try to help you out, I promise. But he won't be on the stream table. I'm pretty sure. But I'll find out. So it looks like a pair of my teammates are playing. I've got Nick Spriggs and Tiffany Lee are out there competing against one another. Looks like their match is just starting. So Brian is playing James Aranis. It looks like he's scheduled to play James. And yeah, so I see that match going on. I'll let you know what the score is. Give me just a second here. Okay, so here's the skinny there, Victor. Brian and James are getting ready to lag. And if I get a chance, I'll give you an update on the score periodically because I can see the scoring mechanism from here. Nice shot by Jessy. Taking that cue ball off the long rail and across the table. Sets up for the 10. Tied up, 4 games apiece. All right, 4 games apiece. 4-4. Jessy Engel, Earl Strickland. All right, so I'm going to take a bit of a break for 1 second. I'll be right back. This is Wayne Everhart from TTMD Billiard Streaming, and we'll be right back. All right, so thank you for the donations I see coming in. I appreciate that. $10 here, $10 there. It all helps out. Thank you so much. We appreciate your help. So dry break. Earl Strickland to the table. We're all knotted up at 4. Earl pockets at 1. Sets up for the 2. Gets between the 4 and the 5 ball there. I expect Earl to make short work of this rack here. He's always going to get behind the 6. Oh. Nice shot. Nice recovery. Nice recovery. Brings that cue ball 3 rails. A little hot. Slow down. A little help with the 9. Earl pockets that 8. Good speed there. Sets up for the 10. Fires it in there. Nicely done. Nice out by Earl Strickland. Takes the lead 5 games to 4. I want to race to 9. All right, if you're just joining us, my name is Wayne Everhart from TTMD. This is TTMD Billiards Streaming. We're at On Cue Sports Bar and Grill. And this is the TTMD 10 Ball Open Championship. Right now we have Earl Strickland at the table with Jessy Engel. Earl to break, leading 5 games to 4. Give me a second. I'll take a look and see if I can spot Thomas. Well, looks like Scott Haas is in the back of the room. I can't see the scoring mechanism from there, so I'm sorry I can't help you with that. Thomas. I don't see Thomas's match started yet. Oh, yes, I do. He's also in the back. He's playing Hunter Lombardo, I believe. And because of the way the table's facing, I can't see the scoring mechanism there either. But I apologize for that. But they are, in fact, playing. Nice safety play there by Jessy, sending the one ball down table behind the 8, bringing the cue ball down close to that short rail. Never a bad play. The closer when you play a safety like that, the closer you can get the cue ball to that short rail, the better off you're going to be, because it limits some choices with the cue ball, meaning you only can hit it high instead of trying to adjust the angles with some spin, with low, being able to change the angles off the rail, sides left and right. Pretty good effort there by Earl. That's going to be ball in hand given to Jessy. John, the bracket should be pinned at the top of the page there if you click on the link at the top of the chat. So Jessy with a pretty comfortable angle into the 3 here. 4 ball on the same rail. Probably going to go back down in the opposite pocket, the opposite corner. He's going to want to have a little bit of space off the rail with the cue ball here because he needs to get the cue ball back across table for the 5. So he has to have a little angle. Nicely done. Probably actually would want a little bit more angle. He can probably make this work with a little bit of right spin. A little bottom right will help it. A little too much there. A little too much. Really took off on him. So he's just trying to hit that window between the 6 and the 9. Overrolled that spot. All right, so Jesse's going to call that 5 ball in that top side pocket. This is more or less a two-way shot. If he makes it, bonus. If not, he's going to try to leave safe. Well done. All right, the 5 in the corner's been called. Just don't want to get hit behind the 5 here. You'll scratch if you come off of that short rail first. Hit the 5 ball full. Nicely done. Sends the 5 ball down table. So that's a pretty good shot. If you didn't make it, you hit it full enough to send the 5 ball down table. Cue balls looks like it's you can't get by the 6 and see the 5. Let me take a look here. Yeah, so might be able to see the edge of the 5 ball. Certainly not enough to do much with it. Maybe thin and send the cue ball back down table. Let's see what he has in mind here. Yeah, that was the idea, but problem was it was going to send it over by that side, that corner pocket. He got lucky, I believe. I don't think he really would think that he was going to be behind that 6 here, but it looks like he got a fortunate roll. So rail, if Earl's going to come off the rail here, he's got to be careful, not to hit the backside of this 5 ball. End up scratching the corner there. Well done. Hit it nice and full. Good hit, just not rewarded for the leave. Again, this is no gimme for Jessy. It's a tough shot. And these tables play tight, so they'll make you a little tentative to fire at balls. So Victor, somebody's up 2-0 over there. Can't tell if it's. I'll let you know in a minute. I missed who marked the ball. Who marked the rack? Excuse me. My goodness. Who marked the score? And somebody's up 2-0 over there with Brian and James. I'll figure it out here in a second for you. All right, so Jessy looking to tie it up, 5 games apiece. Just got to pocket this 9 ball, settle down the cue ball, play the 10 ball in the opposite corner. Nicely done. All right, so 5-5. Jessy Engel and Earl Strickland all knotted up. Got another good match on our hands. All right, if you're just joining us, my name is Wayne Everhart from ThinkTechMD. This is TTMD Billiard Streaming. We're out here at On Cue Sports Bar and Grill, and in Front Royal, Virginia. And this is the TTMD 10-ball Open Championship. We've been streaming 8.5 hours already. I hope you're enjoying the coverage. So dry break by Jessy. All right, so Jessy Engel setting up for this 4-ball. Going to play it down the bottom left-hand corner pocket. Bring the cue ball out towards the center of the table for the 5. So Jessy looking at the transition down here to the 7. Comes back across the table. About where his hand's at now is be a good spot. Just don't want to scratch inside. Oh, he's going to go the other way. He's going to play it in the bottom left-hand corner, it looks like. This is a tricky little shot. You can almost hit this ball with a lot of draw. Pocket the 7 in the bottom corner, and the cue ball come back underneath the 8, settle near that bottom rail. Just like that. How good is that? Nice shot by Jessy. little bit of draw. Send the cue ball down table towards the 10. But you want to let the cue ball come back up. Now you play the 9, that bottom left-hand corner pocket. Good speed there. Well done. So Jessy looking to get a 1-game lead. It's been behind most of the match. All right, so Jessy takes the lead, 6-5. You need a new template? Is the template all right? Is the template okay? Okay, I'll get you a new one. Okay, gotcha. What was he saying? I thought he was asking about another template. The template was. All right, so just checking to make sure that that template was okay. Well, maybe that was getting a little worn out. We're going to have to replace it. Oh, so Jessy hangs the 2. Earl to the table. Earl looking to pick up the pace a little bit. Got a little, he's all right. I would say I got a little straight. He's okay. So Earl looking to tie it back up here, 6-6. Picked up the pace a bit I heard him just mentioning a little bit about the deliberate play of Jessy. I don't see anything too deliberate about his play at this point. So nice out there by Earl. 6 games all. Fact is, they got into a couple of situations where they were jumping balls, and Jessy didn't have much to work with anyway. And that was those couple of racks slowed things down a bit. I don't think there's anything intentional about what Jesse's doing about slow play here. So we'll just brush that off a little bit and just keep rolling. All right, Jessy to break. Tied 6 games apiece on a race to 9. I'll get it out. So the 1 ball is going to drop. You can see the 2.
I can see this side, I can't see the other side at all.
And he did. And then he got momentum. It was the momentum.
So thank you all for following us today. I see a number of alerts popping up on our screen showing us that people are following our stream. We really do appreciate that. Again, this is just the beginning for us. We started our streaming service offering January 28th of 2020, and it was basically some streaming of our league play, and then we started picking up some of the APA playoffs. Start then some tournament play, and it's just been growing from there. And the idea is that ThinkTechMD is going to leverage its relationships with its technology partners in an effort to try to advance the sport by bringing in some money outside of the sport. So WebRoot and Carbonite, thank you to them. WP Engine, whom I use as my hosting platform, thank you to them. They're a partner of mine.
No.
So we're trying to onboard all of these technology partners. And if we can do that, we can increase these purses for the players. Just give a better experience all around in the open format. Allow the amateurs to get exposed, to having some time with the players, the pros, I mean. Those relationships are important. I think that it's important for the average player to have a chance to see how a pro goes about their business and how they handle themselves. You never know, that one experience, that one opportunity may be all that player needed to get the inspiration they need to go to the next level. So that's what we're doing. That's what it's all about here at ThinkTechMD, TTMD Billiard Streaming. So caught that a little thick. Earl to the table. It's 3-1 there. Let's see, Victor. It's 3-1 for Brian's match, but I still don't know who's got the 3 and who's got the 1. Every time I look up the balls have changed, and I haven't seen who pocketed the 10. And because it's alternate break, it doesn't help me much. All right, so Jessy pockets the 7, sets up for the 8.
Chapter 15.
All right, so Jessy looking to take the lead, 7-6. This match is going back and forth. Jesse Engel is one of the first pros to sign up for our event. I reached out to him, and he was excited to come and get involved. So I thank him for giving us the opportunity to watch him play. So 7-6, Jesse Engel leads Earl Strickland by 1. All right, Earl to break. 7-6. Down by 1. Now, Earl's representing Big Money Billiards today out of San Diego. Thank you to Bernadine Diaz for sponsoring Earl. All right, so while they're having a player break, I think Jesse had to take a break for just a second. I'm going to step away for just a moment. I'll be right back. All right, so I do have the match. The score for Brian Breck versus James Aranas. Brian is currently leading 4-2. So there you are, Victor. So now that I know which side is whose, I can give you a bit of an update here periodically. All right, so Jessy at this 8-ball. Can't tell if he's going to play it in the top corner pocket or the bottom from this angle here, how he's cueing it. We'll see. Played it in the bottom corner pocket. Now, this is kind of a funny angle. This is going to send a cue ball down underneath the 10 ball. It's going to be hard to hold it above the 10. Nice shot. Killed it with inside English. Brought the cue ball straight out off of that short rail. Set up for the 10. To put Jessy on the hill. All right. So Jessy takes the lead, or excuse me, extends the lead, 8-6. He's on the hill.
Oh, over there, I can't see that score.
Again, thank you for the donations, folks. I appreciate that. We'll be putting together a list at the end of the evening. We'll get that set up. We'll thank everybody. And as that list starts to grow, we'll do our drawing sometime tomorrow for the big prize. We're going to have some other smaller prizes that we're going to draw as well. Don't worry, you don't have to be watching the stream. We do have your email address. So the winners will be drawn. We'll have a number assigned to each person. We'll do a random drawing. And we'll go from there. So tomorrow we'll be handing out doing some drawings for some swag. And we'll get in touch with you. If we have to mail it to you, we'll do that. Nice break there by Jessy. Sends that 1 ball down into the corner pocket there. Cue ball settled nicely in the center of the table. Problem's going to be the 8 ball and where it sits next to the 10. So thank you all for subscribing to our channel. I see those alerts, coming in. It's very important to us. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. It'd be awesome if we get that done over the weekend. It's an uphill climb for us. We were only, I think, at like 250 subscribers, but yet we had almost 2,000 subscribers to our Facebook channel. The difference is that we used to stream to Facebook primarily, but the problem is with Facebook and dealing with that algorithm and the jukebox. I don't care what you put up in your stream as a disclaimer. They don't care about that. They're going to block your stream after a certain amount of time. And once they block it once for that violation, they start blocking you much more quickly after that. It becomes such a headache. So we don't even bother with Facebook at this time. We stream directly to YouTube. Sometimes we'll start off our event doing a dual stream just to get some, just to get people's awareness up. But again, we're switching platforms to YouTube. So thank you all for subscribing. Yes, he will. Until we get to the final 16, it's double elimination. Now, we were hoping to get to the final 16 by the end of our event day today. However, some of the matches seem to be a little bit on the tardy or deliberate side, we'll say. And so as a result, I'm thinking we're going to have to at some point inform the players that we're going to bring back more than 16 tomorrow. I don't necessarily like to do that, and I'll tell you the reason is because it's just another expense incurred onto the player that may not be in the money or may be knocked out. And, I don't necessarily want to do that to the player. It's not the intent. So I certainly don't want to tax a player anymore than just coming and competing, So I take that pretty serious. So we'll have to analyze things for our next event. I don't know if we'll have to use a shot clock or shorten the races, but the intention is still to make sure that the tournament has enough in the race for you to consider it a pro event. So I think the key to that is a race to 11. So we might change things up like next year and shorten up the early stages of the races. But we'll figure it out. It's all a learning process. The good news is we're not dealing with COVID at this facility, so it allows us to stay open a little longer. So we'll deal with the situation at hand. And what that means to you is you folks have extended coverage of the TTMD 10-ball open. So Jessy got in a pretty good spot for the 10. This is the key shot of the rack. No, not going to have it. It was not an easy shot. We called it early in the rack that it was going to be the key shot they set up for. So Earl is just, trying to speed things up a little bit. And with a little bit of Earl fashion and flair, he's going to draw it within one. So Earl, 8-7. So a quick look over at the James Aranis and Breck match for you all. James has drawn it within one. It's currently 4-3. Well, we do have a bracket schedule posted, Christopher. I'll go ahead and give that to you. What I will tell you is this. The schedule was kind of blown out of the water at this point. Originally, we were allocating, I think, an hour and 45 minutes per the match, and I think we're past that now. I think next time we'd have to probably allocate 2 hours per match for a race to 9. We have pros playing, and these guys are at an hour or coming up on 2 hours now, actually. I think Earl started this match just around 3-ish, and we're coming up on 4:47. Well, Earl's just being Earl. He's just letting everybody know that he likes the pace a little quicker. So yeah, as I was saying, Christopher, the schedule's kind of blown out of the water. But if you go to my Facebook page, if you do a search for TTMD Billiard Streaming, you'll find my page on Facebook, and then from there, pinned at the very top of that page, is the bracket and the schedule chart. However, like I said, that schedule is blown way out of the water at this point. So if I was to say that it would be pretty likely that you would be able to see Earl again. But 3 hours from now would put it, what, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock? Yeah. I mean, he's going to be here all day. And maybe not in the building after this match. I'm sure he'll take a bit of a respite, especially after a longer match like this. Nice shot there by Jessy Engel. Really, really hit that ball well. Got a little fortunate with the roll for it to sneak out behind the 9 like that. So you can see the 4. So Christopher, it's up to you if you want to take that trip. I definitely, if you're a pool fan, and there's so much talent up here that it's kind of worth the effort. If you're that kind of pool fan, there's plenty of pros up here willing to sign autographs. If that's your thing. Christopher, I have a couple autographed cue balls up here from Earl. You can come up here and pick one up. I'll hold one for you. So Earl with a safety play. Puts that cue ball right up behind the 7. Uses that 9 ball to help the 5 out to the middle of the table. Jessy's going to go for the kick. He's going to try to kick that 5 into the side. The pace is important here because if you hit it too hard, and even if you pocket it, the cue ball is going to work its way down to the right here. You don't want to make this shot too much more difficult. Excuse me. You don't want to make the shot on the 6 that much more difficult by being on a steep angle into it. So yeah, it was a moot point anyway. But the point was, if you would have pocketed that ball, the cue ball would have drifted down table a little bit, made that shot on the 6 tougher. So the speed was important. Earl hit that ball beautifully. How do you hit that ball with that kind of pace? And it was like, hey, I was off by half an inch. Guy's a perfectionist. You can't be upset with that. Just a little soft on that shot. Earl just goes for the kick, hits the 7. So, Jessy looking at that billiard, I think the 8-10. Play the cue into the 8, pocket the 10.
I don't like playing pool with you.
So it looks like Earl is going to go ahead and give that last game here to Jessy and move on. And we'll go ahead and just take a little break, and we'll be right back.